Hi, I'm Fred Van Liew, and I'm known as the Water Doctor, and I can be found at eWater.com. What I'm going to share with you today is on a bottled water that is made available to the parents, the unsuspecting parents of infants. And it is this water right here. It is Nursery Water. It is sold in toy stores. It is sold in pharmacies. It is sold in supermarkets. This is purified, distilled water with 1 part per million of sodium fluoride added to it. This is a travesty. This is absolutely criminal behavior by both the bottlers of this water as well as those who sell it. Fluoride has been shown to be, by research, more toxic than lead, only slightly less toxic than arsenic. And I will tell you that there is absolutely no question that the consistency of results in testing, that fluoride attacks the thyroid, that fluoride disrupts all 7 collagen proteins in the body, including the collagen protein that forms the tooth enamel of a young child, that it's a fact that the Canadian Dental Committee recommended that fluoride not be given to children under the age of 3 because it would interfere with the formation of the enamel on the teeth. It is a fact that fluoride, in every test that's ever been done, has shown in rats and mice to form some of the rarest cancers ever known, consistently in the testing. Fluoride is not used in Europe, in the communist countries. It's not used. They're not stupid. Only in the United States, United Kingdom, forces this on their people. And it is the disposal mechanism of hundreds of thousands of tons of this highly toxic substance. This substance is more toxic than lead, only slightly less toxic than arsenic. Now I ask you, and you can do your own Google searches, although you'll find a bunch of propaganda, but when you find the real material, and you can get that material on eWater.com, but when you think for a moment, if you had 1 part per million of lead in this distilled water, that means there is no buffer between that lead and your cells. There is nothing else in this water. So calcium, magnesium, dissolved solids that you'll find in tap water, these act as buffers, minimizing the negative effect of poisons like fluoride. And I don't care what the government says. I don't care what the industry says. I care what the actual scientists say, the ones that aren't bought and paid for by their government, and they say fluoride does not belong in the body. Other than the fluoride that would be in plants, just like lead in plants, it's harmless to you. But the kind of fluoride we're talking here, sodium fluoride, the worst of the fluoride. You also have hydrofluosilicic acid is the other form of fluoride that's added to water. Both are horrific in what they do to the body. But let's get back to lead. If it were 1 part per million of lead in here, would you give this to your child? Would you let 1 part per million of lead in this water consistently go inside your child and disrupt your child's body and poison the cells? I don't think so. And yet, fluoride, according to the Merck Poison Index before they removed it, fluoride is more toxic than lead and only slightly less toxic than arsenic. So let's put 1 parts per million of a substance more toxic than lead in here, or just slightly less toxic than arsenic. Would you give it to your child when there's absolutely zero buffer between that toxic substance and your baby's cells? And I say, I don't believe any of you would be that stupid. I believe you have been a victim of propaganda, a victim of profiteering. These people should go to jail. I absolutely believe that. This is conscious poisoning of your child. This is propaganda that is diminishing your child's immune system, interfering with the normal development of your child, and just ensuring that there's a nice profit for many years to come for the pharmaceutical industry. I ask you, please, if you ever see this bottle, complain to management, and don't you dare buy this and give it to your child. Not if you love your child. God bless you. This is Fred Van Liew, the Water Doctor. Not a message I enjoyed delivering, but find out more about fluoride. You'll stop taking it too, and you'll stop using fluoridated toothpaste. There are even warnings for a short time on toothpaste tubes, where if a child swallowed the toothpaste, that you would take them to get immediate attention in the emergency room because it was poison. A tube of toothpaste can kill your child. Fact. God bless. This is Fred Van Liew.